Today's awesome dude, Luikis. Well, he was born Zhu Di or Chu Ti. Then he was the Prince of Yan. Then he was Cheng Zhu. And then posthumously, he was known as Emperor Qi Tian Hong Dao Gao Ming Zhao Yun Sheng Wu Shen Gong Chu Ren Ji Xiao Wen. Or just Emperor Wen for short. They also called him the Yongle Emperor for some reason. Yeah. Dude's father has one of the best rags to riches stories ever. Dad was born into a family of poor peasants who all drowned when the river overran its banks. 16 years old and destitute, he found shelter in a monastery. Didn't last very long though, since the monastery ran out of money, so he was homeless for a couple of years. Back to the monastery, but then the Mongols destroyed it. Pops joined a group of rebels at age 24 and quickly rose through the ranks. By age 28, his army had captured Nanjing. Some more battles and a campaign against the Mongols for what they did to his monastery, and a dozen years later, Dad was Emperor of China. Founded the Ming Dynasty, reinstated the Confucian exams, lots of rah-rah-rah after 100 years of Mongol occupation. Dad bequeathed the empire to his eldest son, but he died before ever taking the throne. Somehow, instead of younger, awesome son becoming heir, it got passed to eldest son's son. His Uncle Awesome did not approve. After Grandpa died, baby boy got to be emperor from age 20 to 24, but then his Uncle Awesome took over. Dude did some pretty impressive things as emperor. Moved the capital to Beijing, redug the Grand Canal, and without a doubt the coolest thing he did was send this guy off on some adventures. He also commissioned the greatest encyclopedia in the world. It took 5 years, 2,000 scholars, and 11,000 volumes to finish. Encyclopedia Britannica is pretty good, and it's got like 32 volumes. This one had 11,000. Pretty sure dude is responsible for more UNESCO World Heritage Sites than anyone else too. Forbidden City, Temple of Heaven, Ming Tombs, Grand Canal, and for sure this would have been one too if it were still around. I don't need to expound too much on those things though, since they are famous and easy enough to learn about on your own. I want to tell a couple of funny stories involving the emperor's harem. Gang Ping was one of his favorite generals. The emperor went on a hunting expedition and left him in charge of the palace. Now dude knew that some of his enemies were going to accuse him of disrespecting the emperor, so the night before hunting expedition, he performed an operation on himself and hid the evidence in a bag under the saddle on the emperor's horse. Sure enough, when the emperor returned a few days later, a bunch of haters accused Gang Ping of having relations with the emperor's harem. Now, the emperor's harem is strictly off limits. No one, aside from the emperor, can have relations with the emperor's harem. This is a serious, serious, serious accusation. You'll see just how serious in the next story, but Gang Ping wasn't worried. He told the emperor to look in the bag hidden under his saddle. Inside the bag, the emperor found Gang Ping's severed penis and testicles. That's right, he castrated himself to prove his innocence to the emperor of crimes he had not yet been accused of committing. Needless to say, the emperor was more than a little impressed with Gang Ping's dedication and commitment. That's the kind of emperor he was. I mean, he did kill a bunch of his advisors and generals and friends and stuff because he was a little bit paranoid, but still. Like this one time, he found out about a scandal in his harem, so to avoid any embarrassment, he had them all killed. All of them. And all potential witnesses. And all the potential witnesses of potential witnesses. Around 3,000 people altogether. You don't mess with the emperor's harem.